meet the folks I hadn't met and talk to, see the folks that I do know and stuff like that, and just kind of hanging out with people, that's my main reason for going this route.
Yeah, it is, and that is the main reason I think a lot of people go. There's a lot of different reasons why people go, and they don't go for just a single reason. Like you said, to meet the people you haven't met before, or to meet the old timers you've met, and just want to have a nice eyeball QSO. That is a huge reason for the camaraderie factor, and to actually put a face together with a voice. That is there. Then people go for the flea market. They want to see, can they buy that item for $150 somewhere and be in good shape, versus spending $250 for it brand new from a dealer. And hams make very cheap. There's no doubt about it. We're the cheapest some gun folks there is. We're a lot cheaper than, say, I'll pick on you, but a fisherman. Lordy. Then people do go for the prizes. I know that's I think it's minor as being one of the primary reasons, but they're there. Then they go to see the new dealers. They want to actually pick it up, handle it, and look at it, and feel and touch it, before they buy. And they want to see it. And then a lot of them go for the VE testing and the forums. Particularly if there's a subject coming up for a discussion. They wouldn't go primarily for that, but they like being able to attend it for it, that's in there. So those are all reasons that people go to and attend different outfits.
Yep, yeah, I've been to them for all the above reasons, I like, certain forums, that's something that I'm real interested in. They're pretty neat to sit in on, but I'm like you. I like to go, if I'm interested in buying something, I'd love to go touch it and feel it and spin the knobs on it and, kind of get a look to see what it looked like sitting on my desk or whatever, and stuff like that before I buy it. So, that's another reason, but yeah, I guess still, all in all, my main reason for going is probably just to see all the people, probably. That's 90% of the time anyway.
Oh yeah, that's a big reason. And then people go, to sell because they need to move it, and they need to get some money to support to buy other things with that they want, or to finance other projects. As I do that, probably about half the time I go, that's what I've got in mind. In addition to seeing the people that I want to talk to, I might have one or two things that I'm looking for, at the same time. And that's and I'll browse around. I'm not talking about the little itty bitty connectors and stuff like that. Something that I really have in mind that I'm wanting to look for, and that would be in there. And then to sell, like at Dalton, I went there primarily to sell. I mean, that was number one, and I did that. I came out of there with I don't mind saying, but $1,800, $2,000 right in that range, and I needed that at the time.
I hear you, man. Well, I pretty much got everything I need here for the time being, so I'm pretty good, I guess. Probably it wouldn't hurt if I could get a good deal on some of that black rope, I looked at it over at Gigaparts, and boy, that stuff's high over there. And I need to get me maybe some little pulleys, or something other, and some of that black rope, and just a few odds and ends, maybe even some ladder line. I need to get me some of that. I need to write that length down you told me to get, and buy that much of it, or a minimum of that much of it anyway. And there's a few little items I do need, but not a whole lot. But anyway, maybe we'll get enough money together Friday to get what I need for that loop anyway.
Okay. Well, there's a lot of discussion about that loop, if you did to buy actually that much or not, Chip. The rule of thumb is 1/2 wavelength of the lowest frequency you're going to operate on. Never gives you a problem. However, technically, 1/8 wavelength, multiples of 1/8 wavelength should work. So on 80 meters, that's roughly 35 feet. So 35, then twice that, 70, or 3 times that, that'd be 105, or the next thing would be like 140. You know, those are all multiples that should work. And I know people have put them both up and they're working. I also know people have put them up and they haven't. You know, but and I'm not, and I haven't tested it, to be honest with you, on anything except the minimum of half wavelength one. Now I've got a friend of mine in Knoxville. We got into this discussion just this morning, and he put up a 160 meter loop and just ran the 35, and he said he had absolutely no problem, and it tuned as well as everything else. Now he didn't have the low resident point like I've got, where I can just totally bypass the tuner. He doesn't have that, but he didn't care. He was running a tuner anyway. Go ahead.
Well, I keep a tuner in line all the time, but I'd much rather bypass the tuner. Anytime I can have an antenna, that's like my tri-bander, you know. It's pretty wide banded. I can work on 10 meter part of it. I can work all the way from 28.3 up to about 29.8 or something like that, or you know, and keep it under 2, you know, pretty close to it anyway. It's real wide band, and then 15 meters, I can work the whole 15 meter band, the whole 20 meter band on it, you know, and no problem. And I don't never run a tuner on the tri-bander. I may have a 1.5 or 1.6 SWR on the outer edges and, you know, stuff like that, but you know, I just don't run a whole lot of power when I have that kind of standing wave. But anyway, you know, any other antenna, like on here on 80 meters, my antenna's resonant on 3850. If I'm working anywhere close to 3850, I'll bypass the tuner. You know, I'd rather not use it unless I have to, really.
Oh yeah, and I'm doing that right now. Matter of fact, just about anywhere on 80, I can get the whole 80 meter band without under 2 to 1. Now I don't. Now I use the tuner if it goes over about 1.5. Not that it's hurting anything. I just don't like to see that reflected needle sitting down there bouncing around as I modulate for the amp. But I don't have it in line right now at all, and you know, and I can work there. But anyway, you know, I'm just giving you what ifs there. Now I bought 150 feet from the wireman this past weekend. Matter of fact, that was one of the, and I bought a little bit of rope, not the big rope though, because the guy didn't have it, and but he did have some of the small stuff I use for my intermediate pools. Is where I go from the fishing line to the small diameter. It's like 3/32 or so, and then I'll go up to 3/16 from there, so that I get it bigger enough to where I can put some tension on it, pulling it, you know, coming in. Now the 3/16 that I've been buying is double braided black Dacron. Is coming from a guy up near Knoxville. I think it's Somerville, Tennessee. And I'm getting ready to order a 700-foot spool from him up there. And he's also got 500 and 600-foot spools. The cheapest I think he's got on a 500 is $38.95, and then he's got I think it's $5 or $6 shipping on it. So it's like $43 for 500 feet by the time it gets to you. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, that don't sound too awful bad there. Yeah, well, I've used that stress relief like you was talking about a little bit today. I come in a little bit stressed out, and I grab my old trusty chainsaw, and I hit it back there, and then I got to whacking them trees down again, and I cut about, I don't know, 8 or 10, maybe 12, and Hey, went to raining like crazy, boy. Just went to pouring down, so I didn't get very far today. But when I get that whole back 40 back there cleared off, that's going to make life a whole lot easier on me getting that loop up and everything. So I'm working on it.
Oh yeah, getting the path clear and everything. That took me longer. I probably spent 3 days or 4 days just doing that. You know, and just trying to clear out down through there. And that didn't count cutting it all up. That was just cutting her down.
Yeah. I've been cutting mine up, and then or cutting it down, and then I'm dragging it over to I've got a ditch on the right-hand side of my place there. It's an old dry creek bed and just a drop-off there, kind of like almost like a little half portion. Just really, the land drops off quick there, and so it's a good place to throw stuff in. And it's probably 100 foot long down through there, so I've got plenty of place to pile it. The only thing I'm worried about is, boy, when I set that stuff on fire, man, you talking about a bonfire. I'm going to have a big one this time, boy. I'm going to have to divide it away. I'm going to have to soak part of it where it maybe don't catch fire and, you know, just burn like maybe 20, 30, 40-foot sections at a time with it off, you know, instead of trying to burn the whole pile. Because I think it gets so hot, it'd probably get into the woods and catch the whole world on fire if I just let it all go.
Oh, yeah, I understand that. Like I told you before last night, I don't want to keep anybody's house on fire down here. Not that we're that close together, but there's a lot of weeds in these woods.
Yeah, same here. We got woods, you know, big woods right here beside of us, and man, them leaves are thick in there. And I'm gonna definitely have to catch a day when I burn it where the wind's dead calm. If it's any little bit of wind going on, I'm gonna have to hold off on it. So I'm gonna have to catch just the right day, and I'm probably gonna have to set by at least 4 to 6 hours of my time that day just for burning there, where I make sure I get it all burned off without you know, catching the woods on fire. But anyway, my little boy's needing something here. Let me see what he needs, and I'll be right back. I'll probably just go ahead and put him on the bed while I got him here. But anyway, I'm planning on trying to sneak back out. So if y'all are in here, maybe I'll catch you back here in a little while. And if you're not, maybe we'll catch you tomorrow night. Enjoy it there, Mr. Field. We'll catch you a little bit later. WW4CB.
All righty, take care. And have a good night. And you get back fine. Anyway, or somebody ought to be back very shortly anyway. WW4 PM.